parks, although filled with laughter and screams from its thrill-seeking attendees, are no stranger to fatal accidents. Whether it be a group of people getting stuck on a ride for hours at a time, or accidents that turn fatal.
The death of a child is never an easy story to tell. A family on a Disney World vacation losing their toddler in a tragic alligator attack.
Things like that do indeed happen in the happiest places on Earth. Even the most popular of theme parks are no stranger to things going wrong. Some of the biggest accidents in history include, but are not limited to, the Smiler crash in Alton Towers in Alton, United Kingdom, which resulted in 16 people injured, 2 of those 16 with injuries so severe that they had to undergo leg amputation surgery. The death of Debbie Stone at Disneyland's America Sings in Anaheim, California, and the Feria de Chapultepec accident on the ride La Quimera that resulted in the death of 2 people. Located on Salvador Díaz Mirón Avenue in Veracruz, Mexico, Reino Magico was home to big and small roller coasters that would switch out with the seasons. Pools, slide, a theater, a soccer field, an area to ride bikes, and even a castle elusive to Cinderella's castle in Disneyland could be found within the park. Much like Den of the Glen in Scotland, Reino Magico was and still is home to many statues of famous children's book and movie characters. Way back in the day when the park was nothing but a mere concept, the people in charge requested for Disney to give them the license of some of their most famous characters at the time, and when Disney didn't greenlight it, they said, who needs shit done legally anyways, and made the statues. It's quite telling from the start that Reino Magico would meet a bizarre fate. Out of all the existing lots they could have used, the city decided to build Reino Magico on top of cemetery grounds. While some people were contacted to come collect their loved ones' remains, the majority of them were not. They only discovered that their loved ones weren't there anymore when they got to the cemetery and saw dug-up graves and construction happening on top. This was Reino Magico's bad omen. Allegedly, during construction, many of the workers building the park died, and those that didn't suffered from accidents while on the job. The terror didn't stop there. When the doors opened and visitors started coming to the park, many who visited the swimming area began complaining about feeling as if something, or rather someone, grabbed them by their ankles to try to pull them down underwater. That side of the park would be closed off due to the complaints. And when it did open, since word got around easily, not many people dared entering the water for a swim. When the fair would come to town, Reino Magico would let it borrow its parking lot to set up. It would be a win-win for both the park and the fair revenue. During one of those seasons, disaster struck as a little girl was killed on one of the rides due to a ride malfunction. After that fateful day, guests and overnight workers, such as security guards, claimed to hear her, sometimes laughing and other times crying. But the infamy of the park doesn't come from anything I've mentioned. It comes in the form of the embodiment of the bad omen, and that comes in the form of Snow White, or rather Snow White's statue, that's been seen and recorded roaming the park. Remember, the park was built on top of a cemetery, so something like this definitely has a possibility of happening. Overnight security has gone on record stating that she often moves to different spots, having been spotted in different sections, and that it's not only her that comes to life, but also her 7 dwarfs. Upon closer look at the statues, there is no question that they're in bad shape. Snow White is missing an arm, and the rest of them, along with Snow White, need a paint job. But you can't really tell when they come to life at night and move around. Here is a brief montage of different viral videos and news reports that she's been a part of.
Ricardo nos cuenta cómo comenzó la leyenda de la Blancanieves con uno de los trabajadores del lugar.
Exactamente aquí, más o menos donde nos encontramos en la escalera, escuchó hacia aquel lado voces que no entendía lo que decían. Se fue acercando y siguió gritando, señores, vamos a cerrar el parque, por favor, hay que retirarnos. Y siguió escuchando voces, pero por más que volteaba, no veía quién estaba hablando. Ese señor llega exactamente a donde estaba Blancanieves y los 7 enanos, estas esculturas, y empezó a voltear para todos lados. Queda exactamente de espaldas a Blancanieves. Cuando dijo, no los veo, disculpe, ya vamos a cerrar, continuó diciendo lo mismo. Y en eso escuchó una voz que parecía como de un niño que le decía, aquí estamos, ¿qué no nos ves? Oiga, no los veo, por favor retírense. Pensaba que a lo mejor había niños escondiéndose atrás de las figuras. En ese momento escuchó una voz femenina exactamente atrás de él que le decía, sí, aquí estamos, que no nos ves y no nos vamos a salir. El señor se espanta, sale corriendo exactamente a donde está el pueblo tlacotalpeño. Ahí estaba la oficina de la administración del Parque Reino Mágico y le empezó a decir a sus compañeros lo que había visto. Él se empezó a sentir mal, desde que salió del parque empezó a tener escalofríos y llegó a su casa y esa misma noche su hija lo llevó a internar al Hospital General de Veracruz. Estuvo grave, internado durante aproximadamente 4 o 5 días y el señor falleció.
¿No? Sí. Tengo una lamparota super expandex. Ah, bueno, tú tienes tu luz azul. ¿Qué?
Güey, ese es el velador de...
Es el velador, ¿no? Ah, velador. ¡Ey! ¡Velador!
Aguanta, espérate, ey. Shh, no te muevas. No mames, no te muevas ahí. Güey,
¿Velador?
ese no es el velador, güey.
Güey, no es el velador. Sí,
No.
yo también pensaba que era el velador.
No, aguanta. Deja que mi cámara enfoque bien, Deja que mi cámara enfoque bien, güey. Eso no es el velador.
Reino Magico closed its stores down in 2014. She is now nothing but stomping grounds for urban explorers and content creators willing to capture her odd goings-on at night when the paranormal activity starts.